Blessings, beautiful being. So in this video, I want to share with you the divine masculine perspective on the twin flame journey. I want to share with you part of my story with you on how I've navigated this rough twin flame journey in the past 3 years and what has happened, what I've learned. And really the hope for this video is so that you can learn a lot of these things, so you don't have to go through the same kind of suffering that I have went through in the past 3 years. So basically, I met my twin flame, and I want to also emphasize this, really emphasize this, okay? I'm actually over my twin flame, and we're not in contact, and that's because of her. If it was up to me, I would love to be in contact. I have no problem being in contact. But basically, we haven't been in contact for over a year. She has made it very clear that she doesn't want to be in contact, so I respect that. Will we ever be in contact? I don't know. But basically, the only reason why I'm making these videos is to help you watching. That's the only reason. Because I used to have a twin flame YouTube channel where I made these videos kind of to get her back, if that makes sense. And it was kind of getting weird, and she was getting weirded out by the videos and was getting uncomfortable. So then I deleted the videos. But this is gonna be totally different. Yeah, so I wanna keep it respectful. Basically, I met my twin flame 3 years ago, and because I also want to get you away from the twin flame obsession and show you how you should be like, show you what is the attitude you should have when it comes to this. But still knowing that I have to talk about some of these things. I can't just skip all the stuff because that's the whole story, right? But yeah, we met 3 years ago online on Instagram, and initially I didn't know she was my twin flame. It was some psychic, or not some psychic, but this psychic called Jennifer from Sedona, Arizona. She told me, actually through Aaron Dowdy, one of my ex-clients, she told me that this girl is your twin flame. I was like, okay, what is a twin flame? And then I started researching, and it made sense. Because what happened is we were talking for 2 months when we first met. It was cool. And 2 months we were talking, I actually had a Satori experience for 2 months. Imagine this. Which is basically an enlightenment experience. So for 2 months I was enlightened. And then I was walking down the street, smiling, listening to music like this all the time. It was crazy. But then, because I was so happy, I was like, I have to go see this girl to see if she's what I think she's like. So I flew down to meet her, and it went well. Our meeting went well. But then somehow it slipped from my tongue that I liked her, and she was didn't reciprocate back. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought you liked me also. So we had that moment, right? And long story short, she blocked me, and from there on, I started going through a crazy dark night of soul. And for 1 year, I was crying every single day. Literally, every single day I was crying. But somehow I got over this hump as well, this dark night of soul. And then, long story short, some fast forwarding, I was living in Brazil, and then I found these mentors. And there I also found this mentor, Kurt, from New World All Star. I found his course where he talked about twin flames and dark night of soul. And he talked about how to get over it, and basically the way to get over it was to use your mind to focus. And basically what I also teach is true spirituality, true enlightenment, becoming the consciousness, becoming the awareness. There also I met my mentors, Twin Ray, or then I met them. And I just had a shift in my level of consciousness. Something happened. I think it was the Twin Ray. They activated something within me, something Christic. Because I'm from the Christ lineage, 100%. They are from that as well. They're like my mom and dad, you could say. Sananda and Shekinah. Super grateful for them. But yeah, I had another Satori experience that lasted again like 2-3 months. And then I moved back to, at the same time I moved into my mom's, because I had kind of stopped caring about spirituality materialistic things for a while. I got some client offers, I refused them. So then I lived with my mom for 6 months, and there I started making these twin flame videos that started going viral. And then my twin flame, we didn't really speak a lot in this time. But then all of a sudden, as I started making these videos, she messaged me out of the blue. And I don't know why it was, but she messaged me. And we talked. I remember how I'm kind of getting lost in the story as well. And then there was a bigger shift as well eventually. We started talking more and more. Not on the phone yet, but just texting, just voice messages here and there. But then I started feeling like she's uncomfortable with the videos, and because I just have this love for her that I can't explain. But now it's a different type of love. It's a love that, at least I hope it's a different type of love. Like, I don't want to overwhelm anybody with the love. I've kind of distanced myself. I've at least I hope I've taken my energy off and away from her, so she is not in trouble, and she is definitely flourishing. That's what I can tell you, is that yeah, she's doing well, at least how I know, which is all I care about. But then something interesting happened. So I just got this download to literally delete all the Twin Flame videos. Again, I don't know why, but it was a download from the universe that says delete, delete, delete. That's what I did. And this was maybe a big karmic twist in this whole thing, because what then happened is my mom was telling me, Klaus, you need to move away. And I didn't have a place to stay, so I went into our cottage. And at the cottage, I was chilling and I was making these spiritual YouTube videos talking about spirituality. But then what happened is my twin flame blocked me again. And you've noticed the pattern: block, block, block. And it's okay. But that's been the pattern. That is the pattern with the runner, that they block you, and it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, basically I was blocked, and for some reason this weird and crazy anger started rising within me. Something karmic, something from a past life, definitely. I was told that I killed my twin flame in a past life. Crazy. But I was helped by this Lori. She was a beautiful person who helped me a lot in that phase. But then I made these very suspicious videos online, and my mom was watching all this time. I said in one video that I want to kill somebody, because, like, again, I didn't mean that I literally want to kill somebody. It's just like I have this energy. It feels like I want to kill somebody. Like that type of warrior-like energy. I want to chop somebody's head off, right? But that was not to be taken literally, just more like a figuratively taken. word, a sentence. But my mom thought that's what I meant, literally. So she called an ambulance and police on me. I was riding my bike in the middle of nowhere in Finland, in central Finland, in this field, and actually going to a supermarket and then turning back. And then police goes by, or ambulance goes by, and police goes by. They stop me. They're like, "Are you Klaus?" I'm like, "Yes." Then they're like, "Your mom is worried about you. Come inside." And then they take me to the ambulance. And they ask me all these questions. And for some reason, again, I don't know why, they ask me all the questions. And I tell them everything. I'm completely honest because I was so happy. I was like, "Oh, yeah, people." I was like this angel self now. And I was talking about that I see angels. I get messages from the Akashic records. I'm here to save humanity or help humanity. All these things. And they're just writing every single thing down. But actually it was funny because there are two people. One of the persons, she was writing things down and she wasn't really happy about these things. But the other person, the guy, he was watching very like waiting for every single and hearing every single word I said. And it was so funny. And he actually became more awake thanks to the conversation we had. So he actually thanked me, like, "I think I believe in some of these things." I was like, "Good." But then I went into like a hospital almost, at least. I went to see a psychiatrist. And they kind of diagnosed me. And they're like, "Okay, this is pretty serious. Let's get him back into his home city." They took me to a wrong place first. And then they finally took me to in Helsinki where I live and also where I'm right now. And basically, a long story short, well, this is really long story short because I could talk about so many things about my hospital stay. But I was, for over 1 year, I was in a hospital. So first of all, I didn't want to be in the hospital, but they had the right to keep me there. They had the right to put like whatever they want in my body, whatever medicine, medication, needles, and they did it. I escaped many times within Finland, but also to other countries. But every time I did that, it failed because I stopped the medication and then it kind of came back biting the ass. And I stayed there for one year, and it's not even the hardest thing wasn't the staying the 1 year, like the actual hospital experience. The hardest thing was all this time I was carrying this crazy load of energy and this crazy hurt from my twin flame, feeling like I'm just like I failed and like I miss her so much. Like all this time was crazy, and I was every single day almost talking to the doctor. It was getting better and better and better with time. But still, I was telling to the nurses like I miss my twin flame. My heart is broken. And there's no drug that can fix it. Only time and only healing, only crying. Excuse me. Yeah. And then, out of the blue, as I was getting better, she messaged me, and I messaged her back. And all of a sudden, we're talking on the phone now for the first time after our first breakup. This is getting crazy now, right? This is like a movie. This is like a movie. And we talk, and she tells me wonderful news. She says that she is coming to visit her friend in Finland and wants to also see me, and if that's okay with me. I was like, of course it's okay. So then we meet up. But here's the crazy thing. And this is what I wish my twin flame would know, is I was in a very bad shape. I was taking a lot of medication. It's not really medicine, it's medication. It's drugs. I'm still high on drugs, by the way. I'm just getting used to them more. I don't personally like the drugs at all, but I have to take them. That's another story. But yeah, but I have this thing where my hands shake. And for some reason, I was shaking a lot in that day. I don't know if it was nervousness, but I normally shake quite a bit. Like my hands shake, if you can see, they shake. But I shake a lot. And this was before drugs, I would shake not that much, little. But now after drugs, I shake a lot. And then also the nervousness, I shake so much. And she was just asking me, Klaus, why are you shaking so much? And I was like, I don't know. And then we just made up for because it was, and I'm so angry at the whole hospital because they wouldn't let me meet her for more like than 2 hours, I think. And we just hang out for 2 hours, and that was it. And I could feel the energy shift. Something happened again. Uh, I could feel the runner energy coming back, and then she told me she doesn't see this way anymore. Like she has met me again, and she's like, Klaus, like I just don't see this happening. And this time I was like, I just said, okay, I understand, no problem. But honestly, I was absolutely crushed. Yeah. And then we go forward, and I kind of start, I have become numb, I have to be honest with you. I have become more numb to this because this journey has been so difficult for me. I don't really feel my emotions that much. I'm so medicated. I can't cry that well. Um, but I guess it's just my karma. I sent a really nasty message to my twin flame. And every time I message her, I haven't messaged her now in a while. And I won't be messaging her anymore. But every time I message her, actually also what happened is her brother came in between us. And they basically told me they're gonna or put a restraining order on me if I don't stop, or if I ever go to the country that they're at, uh, they're gonna they're gonna arrest me. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty serious now. So I will stop. I wonder what they think if I'm making these videos now. But again, I hope that I have proven that it's not the same as last time, and I'm not making these videos to bully anybody, to abuse anybody. I'm simply making these videos because I think they can help a lot of people. Yeah, just navigate through this journey. Uh, but yeah, basically, like I said in the beginning, we haven't now talked in over a year, I think. And I'm in a mental hospital still, unfortunately. I was living in the summer by myself, but this is what I didn't share. And most people don't know this. Know this. My twin flame, I guarantee you, she doesn't know this. In the summer, I was living by myself, and I had really bad suicidal thoughts. In fact, I tried suicide. Yeah, I tried suicide with an overdose of the medication. One time, that was serious. The second time was like, okay, it's not gonna cause me suicide. I didn't realize it, but really, for the first time, it was I want to die. Then I also almost, at least I explored a way to drown myself as a way of suicide, but then I couldn't even think about it as I went to the water. I was like, I can't do this. And I was thinking about jumping off a bridge. Like, I'm not joking. Like, this is how bad it got. My mom knows all this. My mom has been watching everything happen and unfold. My family knows this. Also got into drugs. I have heavy addictions. Still struggling with porn. I have good friends, thankfully. And good news is I had a really tough time during the summer, but now I went back into the hospital. They treat me well, and they transferred me into this kind of rehabilitation place where, yeah, it's just like a rehab place. but not for druggies, but for mental illness patients. Because I definitely have something, whether it's a bipolar, whether it's schizoaffective disorder, not schizophrenia, but something like that, you know? I have something, and I have anxiety. Anxiety I can control now, it's getting better. I think with the medication they upped it. So I actually do believe in the medication as well now. So it has changed. The nurses are there for me. And I see a bright future for myself. But then how do I see all these things? So like, first of all, like what I'm focused on is not, I'm not focused on being with my twin flame anymore. I used to be just focused on, okay, how can I be with my twin flame? I was so obsessive, and I know because I've had people come up to me and say that I'm their twin flame. I now know what it feels like to be obsessive and to just have that energy come at you. And it's like, oh, it's too much. Like, chill out. I'm not focused on that. Instead, what I'm focused on is my own enlightenment. That's all I care about. And then at the same time, helping people. But like I said in many videos now, I want to be a teacher or a guru. Guru doesn't mean a negative, doesn't have a negative connotation with me. I like it. Somebody who's gone through a lot and just sharing his advice. In person, ideally. The online is okay, but like I prefer in person. And then maybe from the in person have made video clips like some of these gurus have online. Maybe I should go to India or something. Yeah. But God will show me what will happen. I don't know. And at the same time, I'm just focused on becoming a better person. And yeah, just eliminating some of these bad habits as well. Also, I can share one thing is I started shoplifting as well because I don't have any money. That's been a new bad habit for me. So yeah, and I could make money, but at the same time, I know it's not what God wants for me right now through digital marketing. But with these YouTube videos and with the coaching calls, I can make money. That's in alignment with me. And it might be like, okay, Klaus, because if you have been with me for a while, you might realize that I had all these twin flame videos. You might ask like, Klaus, are they gone? I'm like, yes, they're absolutely gone. I don't have any of the previous channels videos. You might ask like, why did I delete the videos then? Again, it was pure download. And it was probably the most certain that I've ever been about anything. I just got like, it was almost like the universe was forcing me to do it. And the same thing with the whole YouTube channel, that just kind of happened. I was in the hospital, my mom was pressuring me, the doctor was pressuring me a little bit. Of course it was my choice. But I think it was a good thing that I went out. Now I'm balanced, because it was getting ridiculous, my how I was dealing with these things. My family was getting involved. I was giving my mom's phone number, my mom's email to people on YouTube. So yeah. I think things are better, but by no means things are good for me. Things are very, very challenging. They will get challenging more. And I didn't share this as well. Like, I have this weird like itch or rash in the root chakra area. Actually, I'm gonna be going to a doctor tomorrow. Just all kinds of things have come up, right? Like weird things come up during this spiritual journey with the Kundalini energy. Like yeah, just symptoms that I've dealt with as well. I'm gonna probably make a video someday on that. Yeah, but that's kind of my story. I hope that it gave you something at least. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button. Also comment below if you have any questions for me. I'd love to answer those in the comment section below, or if you just want to share something. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below. Click on the bell, and as always, I'll see you next time.